Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Dr. Tracey Lorey, who is the Superintendent of the Greater Jasper School Corporation. And we're going to talk about the start of the school year. That's right, school starts pretty soon. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Bill. It's a pleasure to be invited to talk about something I'm pretty passionate about, which is Greater Jasper Consolidated Schools.
There is something about teachers and administrators in schools that maybe other states have problems, and other places in the state have a problem, but I have never met bad people in Du Bois County. Everybody that is a teacher or an administrator is just always excited about what they're doing.
You know, I think we're really blessed in our community, whether it's Jasper or Du Bois or Huntingburg or Ferdinand. There's just a historical work ethic that I think is part of the culture of this county. And I think you see that in the employees that we have. I think you see that in the students and their families and the expectations that are there. I would agree. I can't imagine that you could find anything better than what we have here in Jasper.
Well, let's talk about the Jasper School Corporation, just kind of, I guess, the logistics of it. You know, where are the schools, how many students, that sort of thing?
Well, we have 5 schools in the Greater Jasper Consolidated Schools. We have 1 high school, which is Jasper High School, Jasper Middle School, and then we have 3 elementary schools. Ireland Elementary is located in Ireland to our west, and then we have 2 other elementary schools, 5th Street Elementary and 10th Street Elementary, and they're kind of sister schools. So 5th Street's a primary school, 10th Street's an intermediate, and the students move from 5th to 10th after 2nd grade. We have approximately 3,111 students, give or take. We'll know more for certain in September when the numbers settle out. And we also have students from some of our parochial schools that will transition into our public schools. Holy Family students transition to Jasper High School, and Precious Blood students usually transition to either Jasper Middle School or Holy Family, and then to Jasper High School.
That's a neat cooperation, too, that we have.
It is, and we try to be good partners with our parochial schools in the community.
Now, the school starts tomorrow. No, teachers go tomorrow.
Okay. Yes, teachers are August 7th, and then students will begin August the 8th. It's a full day for students, 8 o'clock a.m. So we will just jump right in and start the year off right.
Why is the school keep moving earlier? Or is it my imagination? It just seems like school is always starting earlier than it.
Well, I think part of the issue, at least for us, and we are starting actually a full week earlier than we have traditionally in the past, is looking at what it might potentially look like if schools would move toward a balanced calendar. Now, I'm not insinuating that we're going to get to a balanced calendar, but you know, if you were to start at the beginning of August and you were to redistribute the 180 days that students are required to attend school in a way that would allow for breaks between quarters, that would allow for remediation and other types of student supports, you'd be looking at needing to start a little bit earlier. So I think the idea last year when the calendar was approved was back it up one more week and let's see where that might be. Another thing that we try to do is to coordinate the starts of our school year with our county partners, because we do share vocational programming. And so if our calendars are out of sync, students that come to us from those school corporations or our students that go to their school corporations oftentimes don't have schedules that quite sync up with what they need for their class requirements.
Sure, that makes sense. Everybody kind of gets on the same page a little bit. And there's, I'm sure, snow days built in. Although last year we didn't need many snow days.
And I was very thankful for that. Those are early mornings when the weather is going to be inclement. But yeah, we build in a minimum of 5 snow days in our calendar to ensure that if we have to err on the side of safety and cancel school, that we can make up a day without extending our year beyond the end of the school year. And that allows us to keep commencement where it is scheduled so that we don't disrupt all of the plans that are set very early by families who have already started that.
Let's talk about now the greatness of this coming school year. Some excitement that you're looking forward to.
Well, I mean, I think any time the school year starts, it's an exciting time of the year. I think students have had an opportunity to have a break. They're refreshed. Our staff is excited. They've spent all summer preparing the buildings, the grounds, and the lessons, curricular materials. So the start of the new school year really does bring a bit of excitement about it in general. Just a couple of new things, I think, to add to just some of the great things that we have in Greater Jasper. Obviously, our new high school gym has been completed, and for the first time, the student body at Jasper High School will have a location where every single student can actually congregate together for activities, whether it's school-wide functions, meetings, pep rallies, arts opportunities, and that's something that we've really missed in the last couple of years. So we're very excited about that.
Yes.
You know, we have a new curriculum director who's going to be joining us this year. Her name is Kim Strobel, and she will be a great support to our teachers as we move to transition curricularly of some of the new state kind of direction that they take us.
Is that tough to keep up with the state mandates and the federal mandates?
It's tough when there seems to just be a lot of reform going on at all times. We committed to transitioning to Common Core state standards about 3 years ago, and the state had kind of outlined a pathway for which schools would be moving in that direction. And then in the last year, they've kind of put the brakes on that. So we're a little bit in limbo where that's concerned, and that creates a little bit of uncertainty and concern sometimes.
Now, what are some things that parents and students can do to lead to greater success at the Greater Jasper schools?
Well, first of all, the first days of school are a little bit hectic. You know, we have students who are adjusting to new schedules, or they could be transitioning to new schools. And it takes us a bit of time to kind of iron out the kinks, whether it's scheduling or maybe it's transportation issues. So basically, we just, at the beginning, ask for everybody to just stay calm and be patient. We all work together to make sure that students do transition to their new classrooms in a positive way. The most important thing I think would be that communication is so fundamental, and that positive successes in schools really do hinge on the ability of all of the stakeholders involved to be able to communicate. And so, you know, if parents have questions, communicate that to the teacher or the principal. If students have questions, do the same. Don't let things ride for periods of time. Make sure you keep informed, and we'll do our best to keep families and students informed as well. You know, it's important to be successful in school because students will need to be able to be prepared, be organized, well rested, have good nutrition. All those things play together in students' preparedness for the start of a day. And we encourage families to use that as a priority. Build in study time during the day, read to your child. So those are all little tidbits I think that will help students to get off to a good start.
And maybe that's why so many people in Du Bois County are successful, is parents do play a little bit more of a role, I think, in their especially in small communities, in their kids' lives. And that really, the parents playing a part leads to success.
Absolutely. The schooling of a child is a partnership, and it's not one-sided. It takes the parent, the student, and the school to make the kind of commitment and share in the responsibility in ensuring students get what they need educationally. And we are extremely fortunate to have parents who are very interested in their child's education as well as getting involved. And that is fundamental as well.
What are some successes you're hoping to have for Jasper this coming year?
Well, you know, the successes I think would be that each one of our students have their educational needs met. through whatever means we can provide for them, whether it's the regular curriculum or additional supports that we can provide for them. Really, the individual student is the important factor in everything that we do. And if we can make sure that the students have their needs met, I think we'll have a successful year. Then once those needs are met, that kind of has a trickle effect for school districts where state testing is concerned. Obviously, it's our goal that our students are successful on those state mandated tests, and when they're successful, the schools are successful in getting good accountability grades. We meet annual measurable achievement objectives. So, it just really kind of trickles down. So if we can meet the students' needs and do it well, I think we've had a successful year.
How do you keep things coordinated? Because there is so much that has to be organized, from, let's say, an academic team to the basketball team to what's being taught in math class to what's being served in the cafeteria. It is a phenomenal scope of things to handle.
It is, and it's not the job of one person. It's the job and collective efforts of many, many people. We have many talented individuals who ensure that all of those specific areas regarding schooling are all functioning like a well-oiled machine, so that nothing gets dropped, and so that we have facilities that are clean, and we have meals that are appropriate, and we have curriculum that's in place that is going to serve educational needs. We have teachers who are delivering that curriculum, administrators. So it takes a whole community to make it happen. So we appreciate the talents of all of our staff in making that happen every day.
We're done with this portion of my questions. If there's something that you would like to just let people know about Greater Jasper Schools.
Well, I think that Greater Jasper Consolidated Schools is a top-notch educational program, and that we welcome any and all students and families to our schools. And if you're ever interested in joining us, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We'd be happy to share with you more about our schools.
Okay, well, thank you very much for being our guest.
Thank you.
Our guest has been Dr. Tracey Lorey. She is the superintendent of the Greater Jasper Consolidated School System. School starts Friday in Jasper.
Thursday
in Jasper. And next thing you know, it'll be the end of the year. So make the most of it when you attend school. And parents, make sure you're getting involved in your kids' lives in schools. That just makes everything work so much smoother and better for everybody. Thank you for watching WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.